Hotep family, Uncle Joshua Neb, all praises to Gianna May, and welcome all. Posting this for one particular reason, and the reason being is because of this new Facebook page that I started called "My Culture Is My Religion." My name was originally Elijah G. Smith, from the slave master's name. Now my name is Neasan Kwesi. I've done some research on my roots. I represent Ghana. I was born in the United States, but I represent Ghana. I have to go back to where my bloodline is at. And as simple as that, it's pathetic. I mean, it's actually pathetic that when a black person can tell you more about religion of the oppressors than they can tell you about their own history. But this was the purpose of the religion and politics that we were given. And it's high time that we wake up and understand who we are, because as long as we follow these alien beliefs, we'll never come up. You know, that was an old phrase in the neighborhood, coming up. And we ain't gonna never come up as long as we keep bound down. As long as we keep on following the system, what we really need to do is go back to what's engraved on the temple walls. Is man know thyself. And I'll reiterate on this, and it's sad when a black person can tell you more about religion of an oppressor than they can tell you about their own history, their bloodline, and will defend that, you know. And I understand it because I've been there and done that. I used to be an assistant pastor of a Church of God in Christ, one of the most strictest churches in the black community. However, when I woke up and I was in search, I was on this journey trying to figure out, you know, like, what do I do now? What do I do? You know, I've tried Christianity, I've tried Islam, I tried Judaism, I tried Buddhism, and none of that worked for me. I mean, if it works for you, fine. I don't have a problem with it. Whatever your spiritual, your political beliefs in, that's your problem. My job is to wake my people up. If you choose, just like I have choices to do what I'm doing, if you choose to follow Christianity, Islam, or Judaism, that's your business. But I just want to let you know that you're blind. You know, as simple as that. Dr. Yosef Ben Jochannan said, when your Lord and Savior look like your master, and in slavery, you have become the principal agent in your own destruction. And it's simple as that. It's simple as that. I mean, we are the only people on this planet that will bow down to a God that don't have nothing to do with the African consciousness. We will bow down to the oppressors that came into the motherland with no intentions. That European and that Arab had no intention, or that mulatto or whatever you want to call him, that don't claim Africa, that's trying to take Africa. They don't want to claim Africa. They even trying to claim that where my clan came from, the Akan people that came out of the East Nile Valley in Kemet, which is now called Egypt, they don't even want to call it Egypt. They want to call it the Middle East, and I'm trying to figure out the Middle East or what. But these are the people that we bow down to. Who told you? Who told you that Islam was a religion for a black man? That's a lie. Who told you that Christianity was a religion for the black man? That's a lie. Who told you that a black Hebrew Israelite is a religion for a black man? That's a lie, because they still using the King James Version Bible. They still making quotes out of the same Bible that European wrote. So what's the difference? What's the difference, people? When do we wake up and understand who we are? Like I said, I've done my research. I posted photos of my father, my grandfather that was taken, that was stolen out of Africa, and that was stolen out of Ghana and made a slave in America. I posted those pictures because I know my bloodline. I traced it all the way back to the Akan, all the way back to the East Nile Valley. So can't nobody tell me who I am. It was a sad thing one day, a brother gonna walk up to me and tell me that I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the lost tribe of the Hebrew Israelites. Man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. My clan predates your religion. My clan, the Akan people, the Asantes, predates your Christianity, your Islam, and your Judaism. So where you getting off at? How you gonna tell me, brother gonna try to convince me that I'm a Hebrew? Man, how you gonna tell me that I'm a Hebrew and you don't even know who the hell you are? Because if you knew who you were, you would be picking up that Bible claiming Hebrew. You know, it's sad. You got these young brothers out on these corners on Saturdays in Los Angeles preaching that old nonsense. Nonsense. They want to criticize a white man, but they still in that white man's book. And it's really sad. And people, we really need to wake up. We really need to understand who the hell we are and stop playing these games. Because that's all that European and the Arab did, is playing games on us, playing games on our mind, lying to us. First they take my ancestors, 100 million ancestors from Africa, and don't want to pay the reparations that they claim that they were supposed to be paying. Not one black got 40 acres and a mule from being bought over here against our will. I know my grandfather did. The only thing that happened to him was they took his culture and put him in a white man's suit, a suit and a tie. Made him a house Negro. That's basically what it boiled down to. So when do we wake up? When do we accept the fact of who we are? When do we do our own research and stop letting people dictate who we are? People dictate, oh, he's an African. He's this, he's that, he's an American. I tell a person in a minute, I'm not an African or I'm not an American. I'm a Santi. I am a Santi, that's what I claim. You can't put no title on me no more, white man. You can't put no title on me no more, Arab. One of the biggest lies ever told, I was watching the movie Ali, is when Cassius Clay was getting ready to meet Elijah Muhammad, and he gonna tell him, he gonna give him original name. His name is gonna be from this day forward Muhammad Ali. Well, I bet you if you research Cassius Clay family bloodline, I bet you none of them are Arabs. So how's that original name? I have an original name. My name is Hassan Kwesi. That's an original name. That's a Ghanaian name. Okay? So let's set the record straight. You gonna try to tell me, and others who I am, and you don't even know who you are? Please. I couldn't put the other word in there, but please. You cannot dictate who I am. That white man cannot dictate no more who I am. I'm just a Ghanaian born in America. I'm an Asante born in America. That's who I am. And I know this. I can't be fooled no more. I can't be fooled by that lie no more. You know, they still don't want to give us no respect. 100 million Africans bought over here on slave ship, murdered, raped, and maimed, and everything else that you want to name. And we get nothing. We get nothing in return. But yet and still they want to pay that Jew over there in Israel. The United States has been paying them billions of dollars every year for a Holocaust that never even happened. If you did the research on the graves and look at them real good, have some professional to blow it up, you'll see there was German soldiers in those graves. They were mass graves just like in Vietnam. They buried everybody in the same grave. They dug a big old hole, and they buried everybody in the same grave. So they want to feel sorry for what they've held. They bought our ancestors over. We built this country, and we still ain't getting no respect. We still building this country, and we still don't get no respect. We're hell with your reparation. I don't want no reparation. I'll take retribution in return. An eye for an eye. See, they didn't got black people so messed up with this Bible talking about turn the other cheek. I'm not turning nothing. I bet you, I'll tell you what, you got white police running up in the black neighborhoods and killing blacks. Let black police start going up in Palos Verdes, Rancho Palos Verdes, or Malibu, or Beverly Hills, or Westwood, and start doing the same thing and see what kind of action is being taken. But yet none is being taken against the one that's doing us. The Emancipation Proclamation, a lie. Black man has never been emancipated. The Emancipation Proclamation, like the Civil Rights Movement and everything else, was nothing but a pacifier. You know, you put a pacifier in the baby's mouth to keep him quiet, but he's not getting no nourishment. That's all it is. Your religion ain't nothing but a pacifier. Your politics, nothing but a pacifier. It's a lie. I mean, I wouldn't even waste my time going to the voting polls no more. For what? Because when I did vote for Al Gore, George H.W. Bush won because of the college electoral vote takes away the democracy of the people. They want you to think that the United States is based upon a democracy, and it's not. And it's all it is to it. It's not. If If I had rights, I would have the same rights as that European had, but I don't. I have used it to benefit me in legal cases, yes, because I knew what I was doing. But most of us are in the blind, even about the legal system. Simple as that. And you know the difference between us and them. I look at I like this one artist. He's a European artist. It's a group called Pink Floyd. But then I look at all the artists that's on stage, even the background singers. You don't see none of them draped up in gold, Rolex watches, Rolex chains, rope chains, big medallions. You don't see them with none of that. None of that. And the first thing they gonna do before they sign the contract is to make sure a lawyer is pregnant to go through everything. But a black man, Snoop Dogg, what's that other fool that Suge Knight, give him a little contract, buy him a Escalade or NSX, 'cause that's all they talk about in their jury, their condos, the hoochie mamas that surrounding them, and they happy. But soon as something go down, ain't no defense. Now it's the gun. They killing each other up to try to solve the situation when they should have went about going about it the right way. Yet and still, you see these rappers, black musicians on stage, and all they got, they just straight down. Don't make no sense. And then if you look at, I'm looking at the gold that they wearing. The gold that they wearing. As a matter of fact, the gold in Ghana is better than the platinum that they wearing in the United States. I don't wear it. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with who I am. Simple as that. I don't need a religion. I don't need a religion to validate my existence here on earth. I do not need a religion to validate my existence on earth. My culture and my history validates my history. It validates who I am, what I represent. Like I said, this is what I represent. I fought for the red, white, and blue in the United States Army in Vietnam. But this right here this here is the war right here. This is who I represent. This is what country I represent right here, because I know where my bloodline came through. How many of you know that? How many of you know where you came from, know your bloodline, but you can tell me about Jesus and Allah, Muhammad, and all these different gods and Buddha and everything else, but you don't know a damn thing about yourself. When do we wake up, black people? Then Facebook is so cold right now that you can promote damn near nudity, prostitution, everything else is going on Facebook. A bunch of bull crap. But as soon as you get to hitting them up with some knowledge, they don't want to hear. I've been put in Facebook jail so many times. I'm actually on the internet right now, trying to get to a point where I can build a site called The Black Book. It's all about us. It's all about our culture. Then we can express ourselves. We can express ourselves about us, and we can express ourselves about that European and the situation that they put us in, that we allowed them to put us in. The ones that invaded the motherland, the ones that invaded America, for those of you that's getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving, you need to be ashamed of yourself if you're black. You really need to be ashamed of yourself, because you don't even know, most of you don't even know that Thanksgiving whole ordeal was based upon a massacre of Porquois Indians. Huh? That's what it was about. They went in there, they had one Thanksgiving feast, and when that greed set in, when that barbaric nature and his behavior showed up, those people, they decided they were going to take everything. They're trying to do the same thing Putin is doing now, annexing Ukraine. That's what they did, annex the United States and claim it to be there. Just took it from the natives, put them on reservations. That's what they did. Same thing they did with the African American. With the African, they put him on plantations. Limited us. Took everything we had, all our natural resources, and then we'll turn right around and pray to their gods for mercy. Well, I tell you what, ain't no Allah, ain't no Jehovah, ain't no Yahweh had no mercy on me or my people, and I'm not trying to hear that, period. You cannot justify that to a sign crazy, as simple as that. And matter of fact, for you so-called Christians, Negro Christians, because I don't care about them white Christians, because that's their God. They got a right to serve that. But you being black ain't got the right to serve no Muhammad, no Elijah Muhammad, or none of these people. None of them. Or Jesus. Matter of fact, can't one Christian prove, and I've been asking this question for almost 10 years, can't one Christian prove the physical existence of a man named Jesus on the face of this earth in the 1st century? And Josephus, that line, historian don't even count. There is no history. There is no history in Kemet, which is known as Egypt today. There is no history in Kemet of any Hebrews being enslaved for 400 years and being freed by Moses during King Ramses II reign. And by the way, none of the rulers in Egypt were called pharaohs. Pharaoh means great house, like the White House that the president lives in. They were considered gods. That's who they were considered. They were considered divine. So we need to wake up and understand it wasn't no Moses that delivered no Hebrews that caused some Red Sea. That's a lie. King Solomon didn't write 28 chapters of the 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs either. They were written by Ptah-hotep in 4200 BCE. It's called The Teachings of Ptah-hotep, the oldest written book on papyrus. Check it out and compare it with Proverbs. And then you tell me whether Solomon could have written Proverbs and Ecclesiastes. That's a lie. Bring me your imam. I don't care. It could be Farrakhan, Bishop, Blake Creflo, Dollar. I don't care. Can't none of them get with me in the arena. Not with the truth. You can come at me with that lie that you've been brainwashed to believe. Because even the nation of Islam still believing in the Yaqub theory that some scientist created a white man. You got to be out your damn mind to say that. People, we need to wake up. We need to understand who we are. We need to drop all this weight, all this excess weight, all this excess baggage, their religion, their politics. We need to throw them in the trash and start all over, regroup, re-educate ourselves. And it's simple as that. But a lot of you ain't gonna listen anyway. A lot of you ain't gonna listen. And the only way I was able to wake up is when I took that damn cotton out of my ears and put it in my mouth and started listening to Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Yosef Ben Jochannan, Ashua Kwesi, Francis Cress Wilson, C.L.R. James, Marcus Garvey. These are the people that changed my life. These are people Marcus Garvey and C.L.R. James. Marcus Garvey from Jamaica was trying to convince the Jamaicans that they can take Jamaica, they can take the island from the British, and they wouldn't listen. Well, Kwame Nkrumah did, and guess what? Ghana ran the British out. Ghanaians ran the British out, led by Kwame Nkrumah, and the Big Six ran them out of Ghana in 1956. Guess what? I haven't celebrated the 4th of July in a long time. My Independence Day, March 6th. Started in 1957. That's my holiday. Came through my bloodline. Ghana Independence Day. What Independence Day are you really celebrating? Huh? Black people, it's time to wake up. Time to get off that high horse, drop off, do some research. I guarantee you, if 50% of the black people did the research, 50% of the black people's life would change. And that life-changing entity right there would change our whole world. But no, we want to chase after Gucci, Michael Jordan, Louis Vuitton, and all this BS. When I dress, I'm dressing culture. I'm dressing according to my culture, not according to that European. I don't wear suits and ties. You ought to have enough of that rope around your neck as it is. Today I'm free. Today I'm free. Today I'm proud. Today I'm proud to be called a Ghanaian. Today, not to be called a Ghanaian, I'm proud that I am a Ghanaian. I'm proud of where my grandfather came from, even though he was brought over here against his will. I love my country and I can't wait to get back on the islands of Jamaica right now, but it won't be long. It won't be long. I'll be back home to my people. As simple as that. America's not my home. It never was my home. If it was, I'd be living there, and I have rights to it. Simple as that. You know, they want us to turn in. I noticed in L.A., they want us to, the sheriff, LA County Sheriff and the LAPD at one time had these little booths set up telling black people that, hey, if you can turn in your guns, you know, and get a $500 a Target gift certificate. That's what they said. But then these Europeans are really pushing this right to bear arms, but they want us to give ours up. And you got a lot of black people that's stupid enough to do that. I'm gonna tell you this: when they give up theirs, I might give up mine. When they give up theirs, I might give up mine. I'm not gonna say I will because I don't trust them. I don't trust them. History showed me not to trust no European in power. And to give you a final example, look at President Biden and Kamala Harris, how they lied to black people, how they lied to Hispanic people to get their votes, to get in office, and have not done a damn thing that they said they was going to do. And I'm supposed to trust you? No way. Your history proved that you deceptive. I'm not saying all white people, because I got white friends. I listen to white music. I watch white movies. I'm talking about people in power. When I say white people, remember this. I am not criticizing or downing white folks. I am criticizing and downing the white folks in power. And on the flip side, I criticize most of them for not standing up for those white, for not standing up against those white folks that are doing it. You got a few white people just tired of white people's BS. But on a mass majority, they don't give a damn. So why would I give a damn about you? Fair exchange ain't never been no robbery. You don't like me, I don't like you. Simple as that. You know, it's like this. Give it up even Steven. If you got a problem with that, then that's your problem. I don't have no problem with it. I don't have no problem with an eye for an eye. You killed my son. You think I'm getting ready to go march, protest, and pray? No, I'm going to be the judge, jury, and the executioner if one of them crackers killed my son. It's simple as that. I'm not going to pray for him. Pray for what? It's time to wake up, black people. Time to get back down, rooted down into this ground. Absorb some of that sun. Well, I'm out here, black people. Much love, Uncle Jocelyn.